Hello, hello, and welcome back to Habitual. We have a wrist series coming for you. The first in this series is yoga for your wrist. This is a short sequence you can do at work, in between tasks, or right before your yoga flow, just to warm your wrists up, get them stretched out, get them warmed up, get those muscles all pumping. So we'll go ahead and start by bringing your hands out in front of you, palms facing towards the front of your room, away from your face. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back. These are called Frankenstein arms, or no, what's that Michael Jackson, Thriller arms. Because we're gonna go from here down to here, leaving your shoulder blades flat on your back. Pull your fingertips in towards your elbow and then palms up to the front of your room. Fingertips are coming back towards your face and then down, palms come in towards your elbow and up. Feeling every part of this movement in your forearm on the top when your hand goes forward, and then on the bottom of your forearm as you pull it under. Just noticing all of the different muscles working. The tiny little muscles in your hands, in between your metacarpals, at the base of your hand, and on your forearm. 2 more here. And then start to draw circles, whatever direction is natural. Both wrists can move in the same direction. Most natural for me is outward. We're here for 3, 2, and 1, and switch directions of your circles now. This one is harder for me in the brain than in the wrist. It takes a little bit more coordination to do this consistently. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down by your side and just shake your wrists out. Take your thumb to the inside. Massage out your wrists from the outside to the center, to the side, not pressing down too hard, just gentle light compression. And then on the top of your forearm, massaging out all of those tiny little muscles. And then down your thumb, in between your thumb and your pointer finger, and other side, massaging out the bottom of your forearm with nice light pressure up into your forearm area. And then the top of your forearm, feeling all of those tiny little muscles here. And then the space between your thumb and your pointer finger. And then bring your left hand out in front of you. We're gonna find finger pulls. Bring your fingers down to face the ground and wiggle them out. Bring your hands to the top of your pointer finger, just sliding it down, pulling that pointer finger, stretching out from wrist to the tippy top of that finger, and then middle finger, pulling down and back at the end. And then ring finger pulling down. And then once you get to the end, pulling back. And pinky, pulling down. Once you get to the tip of your pinky, pull it back. And then your thumb, pulling it back towards your face. And then release it, fingertips stretch out to the front, pull it sideways. And then palm up towards the front, pull it back towards your face again. And then each finger, going to the pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Find a few little wrist circles here, and then take your left palm out to the front. Again, take your right palm to the top of your fingers, right fingers down, your left palm, pulling those fingertips back. If this doesn't feel great for you, you can go here and slide up to your fingertips and pull back like that. I find a more even stretch like this. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, and then pull on that thumb back towards your face and release, finding circles. Then take your right hand out in front, fingers up towards the ceiling, and then down towards the ground. Wiggle your fingers. Then take your left hand down your right pointer finger. And then once you get to the tippy top of that pointer finger, pull it back towards your face. And then pull your middle finger down and then back towards your face. Ring finger, pull it down and then back towards your face. And then your pinky, pull it down and then back towards you. And then your thumb, pull it down and then back towards your forearm. And then point your fingers out to the front of your room, pull your thumb out to the side. And then fingertips up towards the ceiling, pull your thumb back towards your face. And then your pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. And then again, options here, take your left fingers up the palm of your right hand, and then your fingers grab onto your right fingers and pull them back. Or left palm comes to the top of your right fingertips and pull it backwards. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, feeling the stretch on the bottom of your forearm here. And then find wrist circles on both sides. Left hand comes out in front again, this time fingers down towards the bottom. Take your fingers from the top of your hand down to the space between your big knuckles and your second knuckle and pull your hand back towards your face, or I guess towards your elbow. And then find wrist circles. Extend your right hand, fingers down towards the mat. Take your hand to the top of your right hand and then the space between your base knuckles and your second knuckles on your hands, pull it back. Feeling the stretch on the top of our forearm now. Shoulders stay away from your ears, staying relaxed in your stretching. And then release. Find little wrist circles. Being gentle with your wrists when you're working on them, just like any other muscle. But when we're working with small parts of our bodies that are pretty intricate, then it's good to take our time. Give them proper love and tender stretching and movement rather than just jumping right into something like we do with squats. So let this be your reminder. Stretch and do mobility before squats. Anyways, tangent. Let's get back to movement. Bring your forearms together. Your palms are going up towards the ceiling. And then bring your pinkies and thumbs towards each other like you're holding a sacred bowl that you don't want to drop. Bring your pinkies into touch and then rotate inward to bring your thumbs to touch. Rotate towards the front. Just lightly pressing your forearms against one another, massaging out the base of your wrists. Yes. And then come to stillness. Bring the palms of your hands together, fingers pressing firmly against one another, shoulder blades together on your back, pressing your hands together firmly, but not like you're trying to win a fight between the two of them. And then take your fingers, glue them together, and start to point your fingers down towards the mat. And then back up. Down towards the mat, and back up, pressing your fingers together the entire time. 2, and 1 with your hands pointed down. Press your right fingers against your left, finding a little backwards bend here, a little hyperextension in the left fingers, and then press the left fingers into the right, finding a little hyperextension on the right side. And left one more time, and right. Then bring your hands together, pressing equally between the two, fingers up towards the ceiling. Press your right hand against your left, and other way. going side to side here. And then come to stillness. Release your hands and bring the tops of your hands together, massaging out the tops of your hands. Taking your thumbs together, middle, and then pinkies. Thumbs, middle of your hand, and pinkies. Roll it back upwards. Then you're holding that bowl. Roll your pinkies together, send it towards your chest, and then flip it through. Roll, send it through, and flip it. 3 more. And last one. Other direction, bring your thumbs together, palms go out towards the front of your broom, and then bring your fingers in towards your face. Pinkies come together first. Just switching directions of your circles. That's it. Keeping your breath nice and steady along with your steady, patient movement. And release your hands out to the side. You can shake them. One last movement. We'll come up onto our feet. Take your hands down to the mat. And then lift your right foot up, sliding your right hand under your right foot. And then your left. So your toes meet the base of your palm. And just hanging here, shifting your feet. And then find stillness. And then start to change the pressure in each of your toes, massaging out the palm of your hand. This one feels really yummy for the wrists. Start to walk your hands away from your body. Taking one step at a time, applying just a little bit of pressure to each part of your hand with the ball of your foot. And then release. That is our yoga for wrists. In this series, we also have a wrist strengthening video, so if you'd like to go ahead and find your way over there, if you find that your wrists hurt in things like downward facing dog, high planks, or anything where they're bearing a lot of weight, or maybe it's even just during your work, typing, writing, whatever it is, then yeah, go ahead and watch the wrist strengthening, and we'll also have a yoga flow for wrists where we're moving around and we're doing things like flossing our joints, flossing the tendons. So check out the rest of this playlist if your wrists seem to need a little extra love and care. Thank you for joining, and we will see you at the next video.